Practice community.
Perfect. Okay, so let's start our shoulders with, let's start our practice with some shoulder opening as per request. So I'm gonna invite you all to grab hold of a block or a book if you have one. And what you're gonna do is take that and there we go. Take this block or book and come down onto your mat, and you're gonna place the block right behind your shoulder blades. And then, so just right like this. And then come all the way down so your back is like puffing up, and then the crown, the back of your head is resting. This is an expansion through your heart space. And you can lengthen out through your legs. So this is Matsyendrasana or fish pose. And it's going to create an expansion through your heart and help you breathe a little better. And if this is too much for your shoulders, your heart, your lungs, feel free to just lie flat on your back. So I was up this morning at 6 and I went for a walk with someone that I worked with in a yoga studio like 10 years ago. He was one of the volunteers cleaning the studio, and I think I was teaching yoga at that point already and working reception. He asked me what my experience was like living and working in Kingston, which is where we lived. And I told him about, struggling with my mental health while there. And then I said, once I found the yoga studio, everything changed. And the yoga was one thing. But I think what was really transformative was all the friends I made through yoga. Like all the people that were now part of my life that weren't before, and feeling like I was really part of something. And I think that's the beautiful thing of the mindful life practice, is that we're part of something and we have this community that connects us. Even when we are so far apart, even when we're not together on Zoom, we still feel connected, which is pretty amazing. So just take a few moments and bring to mind or picture all the people from this community that have impacted your life. Maybe just having a moment of gratitude for those people. And then set an intention to create space to move, to breathe, whatever you're hoping to receive from this hour. Let's take one more round of breath exactly as we are. And then if you're on the block still, just lift up off of the block and slide it to the side. Replant your back body all the way back down. Now let's interlace our palms behind our skull. We're gonna lift our knees up and just draw our belly in, crunch our body up, tap right elbow to left knee, and just hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Tap opposite elbow to opposite knee, holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And let's go opposite elbow, opposite knee, just strengthening through your core, building that inner fire, the tapas, the heat.
And let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, once again, hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opposite side, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Take your palms on the backs of the knees. Let's just rock up. Come up to seated. Amazing. Take your arms into cactus. And let's draw our right arm underneath the left, and you can high five the hands, find this eagle, and then do some circles with your elbows. Nice. Good, just maybe do one more. And then open the arms up and unwind and go the opposite way. So take your left arm underneath the right, and you can high five the hands, and then just do some circles with the elbows. Maybe just one more. Come all the way back through center and unwind the arms. And let's take our right arm, place it on the left shoulder. And then maybe you take the left arm and weave it all the way around. Perhaps you can grip your palms, nice. Maybe grabbing hold of something else, a strap, a shirt, some hair, whatever you find behind your shoulder. Nice. Good. Take one more breath. And then come all the way around with the arms and go the opposite way. So the thing I've learned about yoga the longer that I've worked in this industry is like all of our bodies are really different physically, and there are certain things that some people's bodies will never be able to do. There's certain things that people are just kind of born capable of doing based on their anatomy, based on the length of their limbs. And I used to think that it was about like working towards achieving certain poses. And now I see that that's not really the point at all. So like this one, for example, this bind, I've been able to do it since I was like 7 years old. I used to just walk around the park, the playground, showing it off to other kids. And that doesn't mean that I'm more advanced at yoga at all. It's just like literally the length of my arms and the flexibility and mobility in my shoulders, right? Let's release the arms. And then we're going to drop the right earlobe down towards the right shoulder, take the palm on the side of the skull, reach through the arm. And then there's certain things that I'll never be able to do, right? Like I don't think I'll ever be able to do the splits. I don't think I'll ever be able to do certain arm balances. And that doesn't mean that I'm not advanced at yoga, right? So as you move through the experience, just have that awareness. It's not about achieving the poses, it's about what we gain from the practice, what we learn from the practice. Take one more breath. Lift the head all the way up. And then we'll go the opposite way. Drop the earlobe. Land the left palm on the side of the skull. Stretch through the neck. Just see how that feels. Lift the head all the way back up through center. And let's come all the way forward onto the hands and the knees. And then we're going to turn our palms towards the side, maybe turning our fingertips back towards the knees and just rocking back and forth. So we're stretching into the wrists as we do this. It's so interesting because this week I'm doing my on-demand yoga classes for the first time ever in my life as part of this yoga challenge we're all doing.
And it's so interesting to look back and see different phases of my life as a yoga teacher. Like, what were the things that I thought was important? What were the things that I emphasized? And one thing I used to really do at the beginning was a lot of wrist warm-ups, which I haven't done in a long time, but wrists are really important. Let's unwind all the way back down or around now with both palms. Lengthen your left leg long, lengthen your right arm in front of you. Draw your navel in, maybe look down towards the mat. Let's hold still and steady here for 3, for 2, and then on 1, take a big breath in, and then just exhale, draw your elbow to meet your knee and pause. Hold steady here, make this connection for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then 1. Breathe everything long again. Hold here, 5, 3, 2, 1. Make a connection. Hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lengthen everything long now. See if you can reach your right palm back, grab hold of the left foot, create some expansion. This is like a little bit of a back bend, a heart opener. Nice. And then release the right palm. Keep your left leg long. Now, what we're going to try to do is press through both palms, tuck the toes, and lift all the way up and back to your 3-legged dog. Keep your left leg extended as you do this. Take a big breath in, keep your left leg high. And then exhale, bring your knee into the chest. Hold here, ripple forward into your plank for 3. Good, you got it. 2. Good work, team. And 1, lift it all the way up again. Forward, make a connection for 3. Good, 2. 1, lift it all the way back again. Take it all the way forward. 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot forward now between your palms, rocking forward and back, getting into the hip crease. Nice. And then eventually we're going to land onto our right knee and just stay low where we are with the palms alongside your left foot. You can always have your hands on a block if that makes it more comfortable for your body. Now see how it would feel to walk your hands back and lengthen over the left leg. And then come all the way forward back into that lunge. Nice. Let's just do that movement 3 times, going backwards and then taking it forwards. Good. 2 more. Awesome. Good. And then a last one, take it all the way back, hanging out there. Letting your head go. Now let's take our palms all the way forward. Good. Firmly plant through your right palm, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and lift your left arm all the way up. And you can gaze along your left arm towards your left thumb. So this is your twisted low lunge. We'll do a few movements here on your breath in. Keep your arm lifted as it is. On your exhale, see if you can scoop your arm under your left leg and then breathe your left arm all the way up. And then we'll just do 3 more like this. Scoop the arm under, breathe it up. 2 more. And then a last one. Nice. Take the arm up. Now your options here, you could just land your left palm and step back to your plank, or you could roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, step your left foot all the way back, come into your side plank. Now, if you want to land your left palm onto your left hip, we're just going to dip the hips down and lift them back up, really strengthening through your core. Do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And then land your left palm, push the ground away, get really strong. 5, 4, good. 3, 2. And then on 1, move through a flow. So you lower all the way down, lift your heart up, come all the way up and back to your downward facing dog. Now option here, just stay neutral in a down dog or step your feet inwards a little bit. Leave your left palm where it is. Grab hold of your left ankle with your right hand. And then land your right palm. Grab hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Let's land our left palm now. Come all the way back down into your tabletop. Nice. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So take your right leg up. Take your left arm up. Good. Take a breath in. Stay where you are. Actually, I lied. We're going to stay for 5, 4, 3. Forgot that we held it. 2. Good. And 1. Tap your elbow to meet your knee. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. 1. Lengthen it across again. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. 1. Connect your elbow to your knee. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. 1. Extend it all the way back again. Now this time, if you want to reach your palm back, grab hold of the ankle, open through the heart. It's an option on a menu of choices. Good. And then let's release our left palm, release our right foot. Tuck the left toes. Lift all the way up. Draw your right knee in. Come into a core plank. Forgot that we did this a couple times. Lift all the way up. Come forward into a core plank. Amazing. Lift it all the way up. Tap your right foot between your palms. Beautiful. Once again, let's land onto the left knee. Stay in that low lunge for a few moments. Come all the way back with your hands. Lengthening over the right leg. Let's just do 3 more like this. Coming all the way forward. Nice. And taking it back. So something when I see old videos of me in my old apartment in Abu Dhabi in particular, sometimes it makes me a little bit sad. Come all the way forward again. And then we're going to firmly plant through our left palm, tuck our left toes, lift our left knee, reach the right arm up. Good. Nice. Staying there for a few breaths. So sometimes it makes me a little bit sad because I just miss my things. I miss my place. I miss my life. And one of the things that Patanjali speaks about in his Yoga Sutras is the nature of life is change, right? Things are always changing. They're always transforming. And the biggest issue with this is when we hold on too tight as humans because we can't let go. And I feel right now when I'm doing this yoga challenge, I'm seeing these videos of myself in my old apartment. I can like look back at it with like a positive nostalgia instead of sadness. And I think that's the key. Let's take a breath in, keep the arm where it is. And then we're going to scoop the arm under. We're just going to do 4 of these. Lift the arm up. 3 more. 2 more. And then a last one. And then take your arm all the way up. Beautiful. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Step the right foot back. Nice. Your side plank for 3 or 2. Good. And then 1, land your right palm, come into a plank. Good. Move through your vinyasa flow. Lifting the heart up. Shifting back to your down dog. Feet in a little bit. You can reach your right palm to your left ankle. And then land your right palm to your right ankle. Land your left palm. Let's take our left foot, actually leave the right foot where it is, lift the left leg up. We're gonna lead with the left leg since that's what we did already today. We rarely ever lead with the left leg in yoga. We usually always lead with the right. Let's draw the knee in, step the foot between the palms. Good. And if it's comfortable for you, just keep your palms grounded for a minute while you have your left foot there. So we almost always start with our right foot. And one time when I was teaching yoga in Kuwait, one of my students, Carl, he told me that I always held the right side longer than the left side, which I didn't realize until that moment. So then I started teaching for a period of time with the left foot always first. And sometimes it's good for our brains because we get on autopilot when we do the same thing over and over again. And by mixing things up, we're kind of mixing up our thinking, our perspective, our patterns. Let's press through both feet now. We're going to lift up and just keep our arms long towards your side. So we're coming into this low runner's lunge. Create one long line from the heel all the way to the crown of the head. Good. See how that feels. And then lift the arms all the way up. Come up into your crescent lunge. Nice. Our heads are cropped up. Sorry, everyone. And then we're going to flow with our breath a few times. So big inhale, keep your arms lifted. On your exhale, just hinge the arms back, reach forward. Good. Do a few like this. So starting tomorrow at this same time, I'm teaching a sweat class, by the way. So if you like sweat, fun music, come join us. It'll be awesome. Good. Let's just do one more. Amazing. Lift your arms up. And now I want you to choose your favorite variation of your arms for a warrior 3. So you could just have your hands at your heart center. You could have eagle arms, which we did earlier. Just choose one arm variation. Shift weight onto your left foot. Reach your right leg behind you. Press through the big toe. Find your balance. And know that if you fall, it is part of the journey of being human. Falls, failures, stumbles, this is part of life. Good, let's step the right foot all the way back. We're gonna lengthen our left leg, reach our arms up, and then come all the way forward. Frame your left foot with your 2 palms. And then let your body humble forward. Allow your blood to flow towards the brain. This can boost your mood. Leave your right palm where it is. Lift your left arm all the way up. This is your twisted pyramid, revolved pyramid. And then if you want to, you might shift weight onto your left foot, right fingertips coming up into this revolved pyramid for revolved half moon 3. 2. Good work, team. And 1, step the right foot back again, lift the arms up. This is our last thing we're gonna do. Gather your palms into heart center. Not last thing of the class, but last thing of this side. Lift the elbows, land your right elbow onto your left thigh. And now you might take a big step forward with your right foot. Come into this twisted chair for 3, for 2. And then on 1, come all the way around, big breath in. Come forward, forward fold. Take your palms to opposite elbows, just let your head go. And if you want to, you might hook your fingertips around your big toes. Take a big breath in, and then come all the way forward. Maybe sending the palms face up underneath the feet. Take 1 more breath. Let's release our palms. Take our feet a little bit wide, so toes out, heels in, bend through the knees, sit down into your little squat. Take your palms into heart center. Nice work. Y'all are doing amazing. Can you tell that I've been doing the on-demand classes from 2020? Like a whole nother level has come out of me through those classes. Okay, so if you want to, you might stay here, just hands at heart center. If you want to add a little bit of a twist, you're going to land your right palm, lift your left arm up, maybe gripping the palms together behind your back body. And then come all the way back around through center, take your palms together, and then go the opposite way. So lift your right arm up, lift your left arm. Maybe grip your palms together behind you. Nice. Good work, team. Okay, come all the way back through center with the palms. Let's land onto our bottom, lift our arms up. This is your boat pose, Savasana. Take a breath in. Good, and then hinge all the way back. Let's lift up. Do 3 more like this. Lower for 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way back. Good. 2 more. Lower for 3, for 2. And then 1, lift all the way up. Good work. Last one, lower for 3, 2. And then 1, lift up. Good. Let's cross our legs, land our palms. Come all the way back to a down dog. We're going to do that exact same flow on the opposite side. Let's see if I can remember all the things. Take the right leg up. And then draw the right knee in, step the foot between the palms. Lift the arms all the way up, come up to your crescent lunge, lift the arms up overhead. Good. And now you choose your favorite arm variation. So your palms can be together. They can be an eagle. You're going to shift weight onto your right foot. Press through the big toe, find your balance. Know that falling is part of being human. Good. Step the foot all the way back. Land onto your left heel. Reach the arms up. And then come all the way forward. And then frame the foot. I think I missed something on the front side, I'm remembering, in the crescent lunge, but that's okay. My teacher, Byron, said he was leading a class in Bali in November, and someone shouted out from the front row that he missed a pose. And he said, you know, it's like brushing your teeth, right? If you miss one tooth one day, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of your life, as long as you're brushing your teeth every single day, right? And that's the same thing with our yoga practice. We might miss a pose on one side. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Let's land our left palm, leave it where it is, lift our right arm all the way up, come into a little bit of a twisted pyramid, beautiful. And if you want to, you might shift weight onto your left fingertips and your right foot, come into a revolved half moon. Just an option. Step your left foot all the way back, lift both arms all the way up, come all the way up into your lunge. One last thing, beautiful. Take your palms into heart center. Lift at the elbows. Land your left elbow onto your right knee. Good. And now you might take a big step forward with your left foot alongside the right. Nice. Into your revolved chair. Come all the way back up through center, and then just press the feet, come up into mountain. Release your palms alongside your hips. I'm just going to back up a little bit so you guys can see my face. Cool. Okay, so what we're going to do next is cross the right thigh on top of the left, and then open up through the arms, and then cross the right arm underneath the left, and you can high five the hands. This is your eagle, your Garudasana. Good. Take one more breath. And then unwind the arms, land the right foot, come all the way up to stand. Let's try the opposite side. So bring your left thigh to stack, tuck your toes. Maybe take the left arm underneath the right, high five the hands. Good, staying there in eagle for 3, for 2. And then on 1, just unwind everything, land the foot, sweep the arms up. Take your palms into heart center. Let's do one last standing balancing pose. So leave your left foot where it is. Lift onto your tippy toes, open your foot to the side, plant it on the ankle or the shin or maybe on the thigh. Take your palms together. All right, take one more breath. Leave your right foot where it is. Let's go the opposite way. So open your left knee to the side, plant your foot on the ankle, the shin, or maybe on the thigh. Just connect the palms together. Good, land your left foot. Take your feet a little bit wide, heels in, toes out, bend through the knees again into a squat. Beautiful. And then one last thing, if you feel like playing around in Vinyasa or crow, you might land your palms, lift your bottom up, maybe shifting weight onto your palms, perhaps lifting one set of feet and then the other. I cannot come up in it today because I'm wearing long sleeves. The two pieces of fabric against each other are just too slippery for me. Take one more breath. And then make your way back into your plank. Finding your variation. So your toes can be tucked, knees can be lifted, or they can be grounded, staying for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. And then 1, either going straight back to down dog or moving through your flow. And then land the knees onto the mat. Let's do 1 back bend. So we'll lift our bodies up. Plant the palms on the sacrum. And then maybe just start to shift the hips forward. Perhaps one hand, and then the next reaches back. Keep your chin tucked. Good. Lift all the way up. And then just sit your bottom onto your heels. Land the palms. Take some deep breaths. And let's take our palms onto the mat. And then we're going to tuck our toes, lift all the way up and back to down dog. Leave your left foot where it is. Lift your right leg up. Draw the right knee in. Lay the shin across the width of the mat. You can snuggle the left knee back. Take a breath in. Come all the way forward. So, as all of you know, this community started on Zoom during the pandemic. And it was really different when it first began, just because every single one of us was in lockdown in our apartments. And there were a lot of people that weren't working, or people were figuring out how to work from home. And there was no commute. And when I look at these videos on the on-demand yoga challenge that we're doing as a community, it just blows my mind. Like, we used to have 20 people in a Zoom class every day. The maximum we had once during the pandemic was we had 70 people on a class. And I feel like, so Patanjali talks about how the nature of everything is change. And the cause of human suffering is us being resistant to that change, like holding on, and not being able to let go. And the amazing thing is that this past week, through this on-demand yoga challenge, like, I thought there was no way for this community to come together if it wasn't all on a Zoom call. And I've had to be letting go of that as our lives have moved on. There's less and less people who are available for Zoom. I mean, there's still many of us, there's 7 of us, but it's not 70, right? And then watching the community come together through this on-demand yoga challenge we're doing this week, there's 60 people in that challenge now. It's incredible. And the way the WhatsApp group is lighting up with people's shares about that experience, their photos, it's just been incredible. And I realized that if we let go, sometimes something even more beautiful can come. And sometimes we don't know what we're going to receive from letting go. But what we can receive from letting go is beautiful if we open our minds to it. Let's take one more breath. And then just land your palms onto the mat. Lift all the way up back to a down dog. Take your left leg up. Draw the knee in, lay the shin across the width of the mat. Good, snuggle your knee back. And then come all the way forward onto the elbows. And let's stay there for a couple more breaths. And then come all the way up. Roll onto your left bottom. Bring your knees all the way around. You're going to open your arms in a cactus. Drop the knees to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Oh, sorry. This is my childhood bedroom for anyone that doesn't know. I grew up in downtown Toronto. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing place to live. But you have to be a millionaire to have a house that is big in this area. Very, very fortunate to have grown up in this neighborhood. It's funny because it's literally called North Toronto. Like my high school was called North Toronto. This neighborhood is called North Toronto. When I tell people I live in North Toronto, they think I'm talking about what's called the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. So like I told my friend today that I live in North Toronto, and he thought that I lived near him, but he lived like a 40-minute drive away. That's what's now considered North Toronto with the growth and expansion of this city. He's like, you live downtown. I'm like, well, I don't think so, but let's open our right arm and draw our knees up through center. And then drop the knees over to the left, and you can gaze over the right shoulder. And then just open your left arm, take your knees all the way up, give your body a sweet and soft little hug. And then extend your legs all the way out, coming into your Savasana. You can let your palms be face up. Standing in stillness. I'm going to bring you back when the time is up. In the midst of winter, I found that there was within me an invincible summer. And that makes me happy. For it says that no matter how hard the world pushes against me, within me, there's something stronger, something better, pushing right back. Give our fingers and our toes a little wake up wiggle. Take a nice big stretch all the way from fingers through toes. You can curl your knees into your chest, give your body a sweet little hug. And then come all the way up and back to this seated shape with the palms at the heart center. You can lengthen up the spine, close the eyes. We're going to close this practice with an intention. And it's an ancient intention. It's the original intention. It's been passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that our practice remain steady, our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga helps and heals, and it serves and it benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. Let's finish together today with an Om sound, which is the sound of everything and the sound of nothing. And we're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in to make the Om. So take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Om. Thank you so much for joining me, for sharing the space and the practice. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you. Thank you.